beautiful people. How are you doing? Trusting you're doing well. I am doing well as well. So today we will be talking about the twilight girls and that lifestyle, how it affects us, how it is promoted every single day, the applications that are coming up, you know, and all that, and eventually we are going to find the solution to this and advise our beautiful girls how to live a better life without having to engage on this. Senje,
yes,
karibu kwenye show.
Asante.
How have you been?
I've been well, busy as usual, but I'm not complaining.
Yeah, you're not complaining. That is the best attitude.
Yes.
So, kuhusu hii story, may I know you've interacted with so many people, especially now being a lecturer. Yeah, another thing about you comes out.
Yes.
Being a lecturer, being a human resource personnel, you interact with these kinds of people. You interact with all manner of girls. Yeah, being a volunteer as well.
Yeah.
You know, these are cases you meet, and I'm assuming almost in your day-to-day life. You can tell us first about this lifestyle, and also tell us kwa nini wasichana wanajiingiza kwa mambo kama haya.
First of all, anyone who is engaging in prostitution, that is the simplest term.
Twilight prostitution.
Yeah, it is a form of giving out yourself, your body, and especially that specific body part to gain something.
Yeah.
Whether it's monetary or material, you're giving out yourself to get something.
Okay.
Meaning, you are using yourself to gain. So, and it's very different from rape. You know?
Yeah.
You went into it.
You walked into, you know what you're doing.
You gave yourself.
Unlike rape, which is?
Yes. But sometimes even in the process of accepting to do prostitution, they're always raped by others. You know?
Okay.
So we have very many factors that contribute to such. The first one being the society letting it be like a normal thing. You know?
Yeah.
Like when people in your society realize that you are doing it. You know, people rarely just talk to you to stop it.
That is true, especially now.
Yes.
Kitambo ingewezekana.
Kitambo watu wangekuwa zile za they'll rebuke you and maybe help you out of it.
Yeah.
But nowadays people just look at you and let you do what you want. Isn't it?
Yes, that is true.
And we even have some communities where girls were told unatembea na pesa kwa mwili. Meaning you can use your body
to get money.
To get money.
Okay.
Ushaona?
And hapo penye unaongelea kuhusu pesa, you've said when you were introducing that you're using your body to get something. Yes. So that means it's money and more
money. Money is what is pushing you into it. Because money is used to buy very many things. Food, clothes, shelter. You want to dress nicely, you need money. You want to eat well, you need money.
Yeah.
You want to drive a bigger car, you need money. You want to live in a better house, you need what? Money.
Yeah.
So it is money that will push others to do it.
Yes.
Leave alone that. We have those who are just of loose morals, moral decay. They come from a well-up family. But utampata tu yeye ameenda kufanya prostitution.
Yeah.
And we even have those who are introduced into it by family members, by friends, by classmates, by colleagues, you know. Even at work, I may be your colleague and you see me living well and affording something, then I tell you, hey, we unategemea kamshahara. You'll be like, oh, I think I'm lagging behind.
Yeah.
You know, some few days ago, in one of the dailies, the headline was, apartments are being turned into brothels. You know, these big apartments, you can't know what is going on inside. You see big cars being driven in, being driven out, being driven in, being driven out. Can you follow up to know what is happening there?
No.
Now that's another level where prostitution has gone. Do you know?
Yeah.
Curfew ilileta maneno. You know, after 10, no one should be found in the streets.
Yeah.
But before that, people could do it. People could get customers in the streets, in town.
Yeah, there's some
could
specific
drive in town at
now.
around 10:30. It's full.
Yeah.
And girls are rushing to get their clans in these vehicles. But nowadays, because of COVID, do you get them in the streets? By 10, they are out.
Yeah.
They are out of the streets. But even during daytime, it's happening. Yes.
And our girls, yeah? Now, we can also tackle that peer pressure leads to that.
Yes.
Especially when people are transitioning to campus life, yeah?
Yes.
You find them engaging in this because of...
to get an extra coin.
To get an extra coin. Na kila mtu atakwambia, wako na visababu vyao, it's a hustle, it's a everything.
Yes.
But I'm sitting from a place where I'm thinking, they can be a better life than that. Like that's not
the only solution.
Yes, and it's okay if they found themselves in it, but it's never too late to turn back.
You can still change. You know, behavior is learned, and it can as well be unlearned. You know, there's no permanent behavior.
Yeah.
The way you went into prostitution, you can still come out of it.
That is true.
And you know, we are just too lazy. We don't want to work hard. We don't want to do some tiresome jobs, yeah, because we want to walk in with a man, come out with money. Walk in with a man, come out with money. Go to these streets such as Nairobi, as early as 6:30 in the morning, they're already standing kwa stairs, wamejiposition, you know, usiku, same thing. The way you learned that behavior, regardless of how you went into it, you can still come out of it. And sometimes we blame it on poverty.
That is true.
But supposing all poor girls in the whole world
decided to,
so the same way others are surviving without necessarily engaging in prostitution is the same way others can survive. You know, we have nowadays, the government has come up with these institutions where they pay for tuition fees for some girls from unprivileged families. But there's one who does not want to go for training, then learn some life skills, you know. But they are free and they are ready and willing to sell their body to get money.
Something, money, or a way to survive.
And others just do it for fun.
Why?
They just want to, to experiment, you know.
Different.
Yes. So pia ni kama mwendazimu tu na drugs. You know, kuna mwingine alisema alianza prostitution after kwanza kufanya drugs. Umeona? Na any normal person, any normal human being, hawezi lala na huyu, kesho another one, and they go through a lot. Kama umewahi sikia vile wanasema what they go through during that time ya kujiuza, you even wonder why do others still go back to that.
Wow. You know, when you're talking about this, I'm looking, I have younger sisters and everything, and this thing, if really people don't talk about it, and if people don't give solutions, unajua kuna ile unakemea mtu unamwambia lakini unamsaidia vipi?
Kama mimi nipate tu, I have a daughter, anakuja tu na pesa, analala nje, hujui ametoa wapi hiyo pesa, but I'm just like, nimenyamaza tu. You know, it's like I'm also giving her an okay.
To continue with what they're doing.
Same to your relatives or your friends' daughters, neighbors.
Man, we will be back talking about the apps. That's another thing that the society is promoting prostitution. Online prostitution via the apps, and that is what we'll be tackling after the break. So keep it locked. Welcome back, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Uvumbi Radio. Also to tune in to listening to us at www.uvumbiradio.co.ke. Also to catch the latest gossip, tune in to www.uvumbi.co.ke. So tulikuwa tunaongelelea kuhusu the dating apps. How the society is promoting this. And I also happen to hear that there are some recruiting agencies that actually promote the twilight life.
You may never know the owner, but it's happening.
Wow. Tuanzie na society. So nowadays it's a norm, like you mentioned earlier. You said inajulikana kama hustle, yani vile mtu mwingine anaamka anaenda kazini kwake kwa kampuni ameajiriwa nini kusema. Kuna sasa hii nyingine, na apparently hata neighbors, majirani wanajua that this is what someone is engaging in.
Watu wako tu. Ama unapita mahali kwa estate unaambiwa, unaona wale wa mama, unaona wale wasichana wako biashara. Then you are like, biashara? Ati si hapo ni bidhaa imejianika. Na unajua ni kwa estate. Umeona?
Actually, I've had that.
Yes.
I've had that.
Mchana. Unaambiwa hiyo ni soko.
Hiyo ni soko. Na kuna wanunuzi.
Ready.
Nini?
Kwa sababu
wanapita tu akijua.
Kama hakuna wanunuzi in any normal business, you put there your shoes and there are no buyers. Will you continue selling? No. Put there your avocados and no one is buying. You know that business will not thrive. But if you put there your products and we have buyers, you know, the business will continue.
The business continues. So the fact that they are there means that they are buyers.
Na wengine kuficha wasijulikane, they are using the internet. They are using the social media. They are using the dating sites. You know, they are recruiting through all means. You follow certain links and you realize, oh, it's not what I thought. It's a recruitment media ya kuchukua watu kuingia kwa hiyo biashara. Wengine wanajifanya like wasamaria wema ama wahisani. Those who are taking care of the needy, the less fortunate. But badala ya kuwasaidia, they go engage these teenagers in prostitution. But the person benefiting is the owner of the recruitment agency or the owner of that organization that was taking care of the children. Umeona? Kama mimi nijifanye tu ninataka kuchukua watoto kwa children's home, niwasaidie kwenda kusoma, ama I take them to get greener pastures. But kinyuma nyuma I'm taking them for prostitution. You know, it's now me benefiting from the bodies of these children. It's very wrong. Then there are those who are recruiting young girls to go and record some pornographic materials for sale. You know, they'll record and sell. You know, hata hivyo ni kutumia mwili ya mtoto.
Ni kweli.
Ni kutumia mwili ya teenager for some financial benefits. You know. And now that people fear being seen physically engaging in these things, they are really using the social media.
Social media, courtesy of also COVID and all that, because also like you said, watu hawajaniki, unajua kuna ile masaa, kitambo kuna ile masaa. Ikifika a certain time, you even find them all over the streets of Nairobi, you know, and other streets of other towns. But now with curfew and everything, you find people improvising and moving too. And also, now not even having the courtesy of kungoja the wee hours. Sai 6, 5, 4, 7 in the morning anamka na wenzake kiamsha kinywa, wanaenda ofisi, mimi naenda ofisi.
Na kuna msemo siku hizi na gava iongei. You know, nowadays kuna hii msemo kwa social media, sijui someone is doing this na serikali haiongei. So it's the reality kwamba hata wako tu. There are laws, but they are not being enforced. Like we have laws where anyone engaging in child prostitution should be charged in the courts. But I've never seen anyone being charged.
They are never charged, and the people who sometimes are the ones who are supposed to be, you know, working the law out are still the very ones in the
hao matajiri kwa sababu wao ndio wako na pesa, they get away with it. You know, I'll use my money to use the children or the teenagers and get away with it. Utambua kuna evidence. Hata huyo mtoto ataambiwa you are not underage, you are above 18. Sasa that kid cannot defend themselves.
They
because
can defend themselves,
ameambiwa you are above 18. No one forced you.
Even, oh wow. Like this is a
Mwenye
really
nguvu.
deep topic. Yeah.
Mwenye nguvu. So we have other children who are forced into prostitution against their will because someone else is benefiting, you know.
Yeah.
It's really not something ya kufurahisha, but how I wish the laws were a bit strict. Yeah.
And the role of the families.
The role of the families.
Kunyamazia.
Kwa sababu mimi kama nimewachia mtoto wangu hizi gadgets, ama I allow them to visit the cybers. Parents in general, you know, you can't know what your children are doing. Like in the estates, we have an estate here in Nairobi, where kids were found out to be to be recruited kwa hii maneno na wako kwa estate hiyo agency iko kwa estate, but wewe utajua aje iko wapi? And then when you start following up, unafika mahali kila mtu ananyamaza, no one is giving you information on who does that. So how do you even prosecute those who are recruiting young girls into prostitution? You can't. Because hata nikijua nitadefend huyo ni jirani yangu, huyu ni mtoto wa rafiki yangu, huyu ni neighbor. Now I'm like, I become more friendly to the perpetrators of that evil than helping the government to prosecute them.
Na hata ukisema hivyo, I'm actually realizing these people, the owners of the recruiting agency, of course they have connections. For example, ukienda kupiga ripoti, walifika kule kitambo, washahongana kama ni kuhongana. Na
utaenda wapi?
There's nothing you can do
Next
about it.
Will receive threats. Utaambiwa hiyo maneno wachana nayo.
That is true.
Yeah.
You know, this particular topic gets me a bit emotional because it's there and haifichiki sasa, you know, si kama kitambo ambapo watu wangeficha ficha. It's there, it's open, everyone knows about it.
Pia ndio sad. Ule mtu aliengage in prostitution akikwambia baadaye the regrets.
When they now the stories.
Yeah, I've read, I've watched, I've come across some research that were done by other people concerning some of these topics. Then unawahurumia tu, but now already they are wasted. A lot of things have happened. There are those who are gang raped. You know, you go with one client, but they come like 5. You know, that is now, you are selling yourself to one. They come 5. What do you do?
And they fulfill their fetishes with you. All manner of madness.
Umeharibiwa, you know. By the time you go to hospital, hata wengine waendi hospitali juu ya hiyo woga. Now, how do you explain what happened to you?
It's not a rape case. Even if it is, how do you now justify that it is, and yet you walked yourself into it?
They keep quiet, stay in the house, heal by themselves, or maybe use other means to get treatment. But you know, the worst, the damage that has already been caused to you psychologically and physically cannot be undone. Hata kama utasaidiwa na muhisani, sijui counseling, therapy, you know, you cannot erase what has already been done.
That is true.
Kuna wengine hata wanamalizwa, wanaingizwa chupa, as in unaingizwa chupa huko, you know, that is now you have to go for operation. Hata huko unasema ni nini ili happen, you know. And kuna mwingine alienda police station kureport, you know, even a fellow female police alikuwa anacheka, anasema sasa hii tuandike nini, as in ukisha encounter such, will you go back again? Hata wengine wakiwa na shida, they'll not go back to the police station to report.
That is true.
Kitu ya kwanza, maybe uko underage, huna ID. Hata kama uko na ID, hiyo maaibu tu, you'll rather just die alone than going to a police station. And that process, you tafuta inaitwa aje, P3. Yeah, it's not easy. They go through a lot, and then to make matters worse, they are underage. You have no one to defend you. So ni wewe kuamua, I preserve my body, niuze avocado, nifulie watu.
That is true.
Nisukume mkokoteni. We have ladies who are pushing mkokoteni.
Yeah.
We have ladies who have babies on their back. Walizaa wakiwa wadogo, akona mtoto kwa mgongo, akona trolley ya mayai. You know, that's the different one. Lakini kuna ule anakuambia natafutia watoto. I have to feed my children. So is it the only option to feed your children? It's by choice.
It's by choice, and that is not even
Yes.
the best option.
Yeah.
There's so many things that we can do.
And then we need to know how we are using our phones. Not every link that pops up, you follow it.
Yeah.
You know, unakuwa promised. Hata wengine wanapelekwa ng'ambo. Unafika huko unaambiwa now you have to satisfy my dog. You know, see you want, unataka mshahara.
So,
My dog needs a wife. These things ziko.
and I will pay you.
Utalipwa
Yeah.
kwa kupea dogi ya mdosi your precious gift from God.
You know, as young girls, we need to look into our lives and know that we are all destined for greatness.
Yes.
And if we are, a little bit of patience. You know, my dad always tells me shortcuts are always long cuts. The longest
And they
cut,
may lead to a ditch.
or death even.
You may never reach where you're going to.
Shortcuts in life are not necessary. If you look at the bigger picture, and if you look at what, you know, the end results of everything, standing from where you are, forget about whatever situation it is that is driving you to it. Just look at the bigger picture. How much patience would it require? Is it something that you really can't afford if you look into it? Is it something that at the cost of you still get yourself into it? Let's just reason out together. Let's make solid decisions, and let's preserve our morals.
Yes.
Let's preserve our reputation.
Yes.
Let's preserve even the destiny that God has in store for us. Sometimes it's good also to pray for grace. Grace is sufficient, and He can provide the grace that is required for you to get through that situation in the best way possible, instead of engaging in all these kinds of things. Your life would be better. In part 2, we'll be talking about the role of family in this, how we should support each other, finding the solution so that we don't find ourselves falling and falling and re-falling and falling back to this particular lifestyle, the twilight lifestyle. So stay tuned for part 2.